Squadron Leader X. Squadron Leader X is a 1943 British World War Roman II spy drama directed by Lance Comfort and starring Emeric Portman and Dvorak. The screenplay was adapted by Malleson and Wolfgang Wilhelm from a short story by Emeric Pressburger. Plot: Erich Kohler Emeric Portman, a crack Luftwaffe pilot who speaks fluent English, is ordered by his superior, Inspector Sigel Friedrich Richter, to drop a stick of bombs on the Belgian city of Ghent. He is further instructed to bail out of his aircraft wearing a British RAF uniform, gain the confidence of the local populace, and then try to convince them that the British are responsible for the bombing of civilian targets in Belgium. Despite being able to have a convincing English accent, and equipped with a photograph of his wife and a packet of Players' cigarettes, the plan goes awry when Kohler falls into the hands of the Belgian resistance. The resistance members believe they are doing him a favor by arranging for him to be smuggled to Britain among a group of downed RAF bomber crew who are being returned that night. On arriving in Britain, Kohler escapes and makes his way to London, where he tries to get in touch with old contacts, only to find that most have been interned on the Isle of Man. He does manage, however, to contact British nurse Barbara Lucas and Dvorak, an old flame who once had Nazi sympathies, but is not willing to help him. Kohler then takes refuge with the Crones Martin Miller and Beatrice Varley, a couple who are reluctant Nazi agents due to threats being made of harm to family members in Germany if they fail to cooperate. Kohler finds himself being hunted both by the British MI5 and by German officials furious at his bungled mission in Belgium. Dr. Schultz Henry Oskar, a ruthless Gestapo officer, confronts and accuses Kohler of inefficiency and cowardice. A shootout follows and Schultz is killed. Meanwhile, MI5 agent Inspector Milne Walter Fitzgerald picks up Kohler's trail. Kohler manages narrowly to avoid arrest and steals a Supermarine Spitfire fighter aircraft in which to fly back to Germany. Over the English Channel, he is spotted by German fighters who believe they are engaging a British pilot and shoot the aircraft down. Cast: Emeric Portman as Erich Kohler and Dvorak as Barbara Lucas, Walter Fitzgerald as Inspector Milne, Martin Miller as Mr. Crone, Beatrice Varley as Mrs. Crone, Henry Oskar as Dr. Schultz, Barry Jones as Bruce Fenwick, Charles Victor as Marx, Marjorie Rhodes as Mrs. Agnew, David Peel as Michael Berthold, Aubrey Malleson as Pierre, Mary Merrill as Miss Thorndyke, Carl Jaffe as Luftwaffe Colonel, Friedrich Richter as Inspector Sigel. Production: Squadron Leader X featured a Supermarine Spitfire fighter aircraft and a Clem KL-25 light aircraft. In a contemporary review, the cinema declared, "The air sequences made with official Air Ministry cooperation are among the most actionful and breathtaking ever screened." Reception: Squadron Leader X was exceptionally well received by some critics on its release, with Lionel Collier in his review for the Picture named it one of the best spy melodramas yet made. The monthly film bulletin spoke of a cast that is of the highest order and summarized the film as an exciting story, well scripted and produced with tremendous attention to detail. Film historian Bertil Skogsberg in Wings on the Screen, A Pictorial History of Air Movies 1987, called some sequences fairly exciting but otherwise an uninteresting thriller. Aviation film historian James H. Farmer in Celluloid Wings, The Impact of Movies on Aviation 1984, had a similar appraisal. Preservation status: there is no record of Squadron Leader X ever being reshown after its original release. The British Film Institute has been unable to trace a print for inclusion in the BFI National Archive and currently classes the film as missing, believed lost. Squadron Leader X is included on the BFI 75 Most Wanted list of missing British feature films. Film historians in the 21st century have also evinced a major increase in interest in Comfort's directorial career, and Squadron Leader X is a vital missing piece of his filmography.